All right, welcome back everybody. As promised, we are going to be doing my second video on my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And in this video, I'm going to be using this cell phone to do, I'm going to have to say probably 90% of the video work. Because again, I want you all to see what it's going to look like to use this phone as your main run and gun camera. But as I do on all my videos, I am going to have a second camera here and there, just so you can get a wider perspective of things. It's a video thing, you know. And this actually gives me a chance to compare the video quality between S22 Ultra and, you know, a camera like my Panasonic 4K video camera that I am videoing with right here. How good is the video quality on this phone? Well, we're comparing it to a pretty nice camera. All right, this is one of my main YouTube video cameras right here. Now, I will say that the audio coming from this phone is phenomenal, and I may even use it in this video. Okay, so we'll have to see. I'll see how the wind noise sounds. Actually, today there's not a lot of wind, but I am running with some backup audio just in case. But from what I could tell so far, in all of my editing in the last video I did, the audio coming from the S22 Ultra is outstanding. I don't know how they do it, but whatever they're doing, they need to keep it up because it's really, really nice. So when we come back, we are going to test the cameras, all 5 cameras on this phone. So don't go away. Okay, like I said, what I'm basically going to do, I want to try to keep this very short. I'm going to be doing another video going over all of the features and functions. So we may actually have more than just another video, maybe a couple of videos on this phone because, man, this phone's got a lot of stuff. Just in this video, I want to show you all just the video quality, okay? This is the reason I purchased this phone. Hands down, it was this and the S Pen, okay? Again, the S Pen, one of the reasons I like it, there are so many things you can do with the S Pen, like I can use the button on it. Just click the button and I can start and stop recording. Click the button, I can take pictures. So if I'm zoomed way out and I want to take a picture without shaking it, just hit that button on that S Pen, takes a picture for you. So again, that's going to be in another video, okay? It's coming. But in this video, again, I'm just going to be going over all of the different cameras on this phone over here and let you guys see what it looks like. So what do you say we go ahead and jump to the camera now and let you guys see all the different view aspects that you're going to get with this phone. Okay, so we are outside. We're going to try to go ahead and do the test today. I was kind of hoping it would be a little more on the sunny side, but I don't think we're going to get it. Of course, it is about 8:30, actually 9:13, and on my second cup of coffee. So the way I figured I'd do it is I went ahead and I brought the phone outside. I set it up in my Angfly tripod that was graciously given to me by those over there at Angfly, and I'm going to do a video on this tripod. I can't say enough good things about it. Yes, I found, if I have to say one thing that I don't like about it. And when I say I don't like, it's not really that I don't like. I think it's something that maybe Angfly could improve on, and that's about it. And I'll bring that up in the video that I do on this tripod. I'll shoot some B-roll in here so you guys can see what it looks like, but it is a great tripod, you know, for using for your phone. And again, this phone, in my opinion, is a phone that you could use as your main YouTube camera. You could use it for B-roll, you could use it for your main camera, secondary camera, whatever. I'm also shooting on my Panasonic over here, and the reason why is because I want to have a comparison. So you guys can see basically the video quality between a pretty high quality, affordable 4K video camera and what you're going to get out of the Samsung S22 Ultra over here. So again, that's why I wanted to bring this camera out, kind of put them head to head. You know, I'm going to be using this camera to zoom in on some objects over here to show you the different camera angles, and well, I need another camera to show me doing that. So with that being said, what do you say we go ahead and grab this camera, and I want to show you guys all of the different camera angles that it has. We are now doing a test of the front facing camera on it. Again, I'll probably put up here somewhere how many megapixels and stuff. I think it's a 13 megapixel. Again, don't quote me on that. I will put it in here somewhere so you guys know. Right now, we're just kind of showing you guys what it looks like if you were going to record with this. Just so you guys can see, here I am. This is the Panasonic. This is the difference in video quality between my Panasonic 4K video camera and my S22 Ultra phone. So there you go. I think this is the only front view I'm going to show you. What we'll do next is I'll take a picture and let you guys see what it looks like if you're just going to take some selfies, okay? So let's do that now. So I want to show you what it's going to look like if you take a selfie. Well, all you got to do is, I think, put your hand up and it takes a selfie. Put your hand up and it takes a selfie. So it's pretty cool. I'm not going to flip the phone this way as if you were vlogging with it on some of those other, video platforms. I like it in widescreen so it fits on, whatever I'm editing. So that I think is enough. I'm going to put in a bunch of video later on for you guys to see. All right, well, here we are. I decided to redo this whole camera shoot and bring my cell phone, which is right over here, down to this really beautiful sunflower field along the interstate and along the Bald Eagle Creek. Now this thing empties out into the Susquehanna River, but that's besides the point. It's a beautiful place down here and a very good place for me to test out the zoom capabilities of this camera. So why am I shooting with a bunch of cameras? Well, when you guys are making videos, you'll find out you want to have as many camera angles as you can get. It just makes the video look better. So over here I have my Canon 90D. Right here we are shooting with my Panasonic 4K video camera. And right here we're shooting again with my S22 Ultra. And again, you can see what it looks like as compared to my 4K Panasonic video camera and my pretty expensive Canon 90D. I think for the rest of this video, we're probably going to go ahead and stick with my S22 Ultra. So what do you say we go ahead and get into showing you all the different camera angles that we are going to get off of my S22 Ultra, and I'm going to try to take a lot of pictures and I'm going to try to do a lot of video. I wanted to make this video as short as I possibly could, but to show you guys all of the different camera angles and features, which we're not going to get into all of the features. That's going to be another video yet. Man, I've got a lot of videos to do on this phone. But what we're going to do in this video here, again, is I'm going to show you all 5 cameras that it has. The front-facing camera, and then the 4 cameras on the back, which are your main cameras. So let's go ahead and get to that now. Okay, so we are now shooting in the 0.6 times, or the widest view you can get on this phone's cameras. Again, this thing has 4 cameras on the back, which are your main cameras. And I have image stabilization on. I don't have it on its super image stabilization, but I do have image stabilization on. And I'm holding the phone in my hand. Well, actually, I'm holding it in my Angfly tripod, but again, I'm holding it in my hand. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to show you what that telephone pole looks like and all these different camera views. And then we're probably going to try to show you those antennas up on top of the mountain up there, up in there. And that'll be a good way to show, this thing zooming in. So let's go ahead and go to the standard camera. Okay, we are now shooting in the standard camera. They call it 1x, or 1 times view. And I'll go ahead and show you the area again. This is with no zoom at all, just straight camera, nothing, 1 times. And This one here is the one that has over 100 megapixel sensor. And again, I'll be putting it on the screen here somewhere, letting you guys know exactly what the megapixels are for each one of these lenses. But as you can see, now look at that big old telephone pole and notice what it looks like now. And I also want to show you again those radio towers up on top of that mountain. Okay, now let's go to the 3x zoom lens. Okay, we are now at 3x zoom. This is the third lens for the rear-facing camera. And again, look at how far it is zoomed out now. I mean, there's where my truck is now. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the same field of view on, of course, this field out here. It's much different now, isn't it? Now, one thing I want to mention is in each one of these camera views, you can pinch and zoom, okay? I don't like to do that because unless you're using the last lens, which we're going to get to next, you're basically cropping in digitally. If I'm going to zoom in, I'd rather do it with the camera's lenses. So, but here's that telephone pole again. It's not a telephone pole, it's either a power pole or a communication wire pole, but there you go. And then of course I'm going to show you the top of the mountain again. Now you can start to see those towers up there. So let's go ahead and go to the 10x optical zoom, which is the last of the 4 lenses on this camera. Okay, we are now in the 10x zoom lens on this camera, and I'm going to keep it at 10 times. I'm going to try to show you the front of my truck now, if I can find it. There it is. And there's that field that we were looking at, and of course the interstate. I'm going to slowly try to pan around. It's going to really make you guys all whacked out, but there's that service pole again, that communications pole. And there's the top of it. Remember, this is not a digital zoom, okay? That's what makes it so nice. And we're gonna go ahead and go around, show you, of course, the sunflower seed field again. And then up onto the side hill, and right up there is Interstate 80, okay? Now, what I want to do now is show you that same view on that mountain over there without shaking too much. There are those communication towers up there now, and hopefully it's focusing on them. Now, what's really nice about this is we can actually zoom in even further optically, not digitally. So we're going to try to do that now. If I can hold it steady. So what I'm going to do is I am going to pinch and zoom. Okay, that is now 20 times zoomed on those towers up there. I'm trying to hold it as steady as I can, but it's kind of hard to do. But there you go. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the standard view. Okay, that is the 10x optical view. And we're going to go ahead and go back to the standard video view. That should have given you guys a good example of just how nice the cameras are on this phone. What I want to do now is I want to go ahead and take a bunch of pictures, and I'll try to throw some music in the background, but I'll let you guys see what this thing can do if you're gonna use this for your photography, you know, or whatever. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then when we come back, we'll go ahead and close this video out. So let's go ahead and snap some pictures. Oh guys, I'm not a photographer, okay? So don't laugh at my pictures. So let's go take some pictures now. All right, there you go. You guys tell me, what did you think of the video quality coming out of this phone's cameras? Of course, I'm a little favorable towards it, seeing as how I spent all the money for this thing. Even with that behind, I still think they are outstanding as far as cameras go. The only other cameras that were as good on a phone that I've owned was my Pixel 2 XL and my wife's Pixel 3 XL. Google is doing some crazy stuff to get as awesome of video quality that they get with those phones. Again, that's only got one lens. This thing has 5 different lenses, and 2 of those lenses are telephoto lenses, all right? So there you go. Yeah, I spent a lot of money for this phone, but in the end, I really think it was well worth it. And I know there's a lot of you out there that are going to say, it's got this flaw, it's got this flaw. Yes, this phone is not perfect. It's got a couple flaws. And I said that in the first video, and I'm going to be going over those flaws in a later video. So, you know, again, this phone's not perfect. But for everything that I want it for, there's no other phone on the market, in my opinion. Again, guys, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. But in my opinion, and for what I want it for, this phone is just the best one out so far. That's pretty much it. Again, be looking for the next few videos I put out on this phone, because I want to do a video on the operating system and theming. I'm also going to be doing a video on features that are not known very well for this phone. You know, settings and all that, and special little things you can do to it. I've got a whole ton of those, so I'm going to make a separate video on that. That's pretty much it. Don't forget, comment below. Let me know what you think of the S22 Ultra. Tell me what your favorite phone is and why you chose that phone over, you know, something like this, or, you know, any other phone. And to be honest with you guys, if it wouldn't be for the OS and the way they do things, I honestly would have been looking at an Apple phone. I still think Apple is another one of those, like Samsung, that has a very good camera system in it. But again, I told you in the past, I can't stand what Apple does, what they stand for. The fact that they won't let you repair it, you know, at a repair center, or try to repair it yourself. It's your phone. You spent, you know, $1,000 and up for that phone. You should own it outright. But no, if you do so much as change the screen because the screen busted on you, you lose a lot of features. But here I am going off on a rant, and I didn't want that video to be this. So that's it. Be looking for the other videos I'm going to be doing on this phone, and I got at least 2 more coming. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.